Greetings, Bards! Today we're doing an introduction to the Bard class for Dungeons & Dragons, looking at the changes from 5th edition to D&D 2024, and going over levels 1, 2, and 3 up until you get your subclass, or Bard at College. Who are Bards? A Bard is a charismatic centerpiece of any adventuring party, amused to their allies, inspiring them to even greater heights of fame and fortune. Some examples of Bards that you may be familiar with are Dandelion, or Jaskier, from the Witcher series, the Goblin King Jareth from the movie Labyrinth, Liliana from the Dragon Age franchise, Marceline, the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time, the Pied Piper from Grimm's Fairy Tales, or Shrek Forever After, and Orpheus from Greek mythology. Before we go much further, I'd like to take a moment and ask you to consider liking, subscribing, and commenting if you enjoy my videos. It really helps out the channel. Thank you. Core traits. The core traits of the Bard are hit die as a D8, saves are dexterity and charisma, skills are 3 of any skills, weapons are simple weapons. In 5th edition, they also had access to hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords, but this has been removed from D&D 2024. Armor is light armor, tools is 3 musical instruments, and the starting equipment is leather armor, 2 daggers, a musical instrument of your choice, an entertainer's pack, and 19 gold, or a lump sum of 90 gold. Each of these options also come with 50 gold from your background. Level 1. Spellcasting. Cantrips. You know 2 cantrips from the Bard spell list. You gain more cantrips as you level in this class, getting a new cantrip at levels 4 and at level 10. Suggested cantrips are Dancing Lights and Vicious Mockery. Dancing Lights. Illusion cantrip, casting time, 1 action, range 120 feet, components verbal, somatic, and material, a bit of phosphorus. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover for the duration. Alternatively, you combine the 4 lights into one glowing medium form with a vaguely human-like shape. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. As a bonus action, you can move the lights up to 60 feet to a space within range. A light must be within 20 feet of another light created by this spell, and a light vanishes if it exceeds the spell's range. Vicious Mockery. Enchantment cantrip, casting time 1 action, range 60 feet, components verbal, duration instantaneous. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at one creature you can see or hear within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. Cantrip upgrade. The damage increases by 1d6 when you reach levels 5, 11, and 17. Spell slots. You have 2 first level spell slots of level 1. You gain more spell slots as you level in this class, gaining access to the next level of spell slots at odd levels, stopping at 9th level spell slots at level 17. Prepared spells. Prepare a list of 4 first level spells from the Bard spell list. You gain prepared spells as you gain levels in this class, gaining additional prepared spells at every level except levels 12, 14, and 16. Suggested spells at level 1 are Charm Person, Color Spray, Dissonant Whispers, and Healing Word. Charm Person. Level 1 enchantment. Casting time, 1 action. Range, 30 feet. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, 1 hour. One humanoid you can see within range makes a wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your allies are fighting it. On a failed save, the target has the charmed condition until the spell ends or until you or your allies damage it. The charmed creature is friendly to you. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. Using a higher level spell slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot above level 1. Color Spray. Level 1 illusion. Casting time, 1 action. Range, self. Components, verbal, somatic, material. A pinch of colorful sand. Duration, instantaneous. You launch a dazzling array of flashing, colorful light. Each creature in a 15-foot cone originating from you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or have the blinded condition until the end of your next turn. Dissonant Whispers. Level 1 enchantment. Casting time, 1 action. Range, 60 feet. Components, verbal. Duration, instantaneous. One creature of your choice that you can see within range hears a discordant melody in its mind. The target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away from you as it can, using the safest route. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage only. Using a higher level spell slot, the damage increases by 1d6 for each spell slot level above 1. Healing Word. Level 1 Abjuration. Casting time, bonus action. Range, 60 feet. Components, verbal. Duration, instantaneous. A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 2d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Using a higher level spell slot, the healing increases by 2d4 for each spell slot level above 1. Changing prepared spells. Whenever you gain levels in this class, you may exchange one prepared spell with another from the Bard spell list as long as you have the spell slots to be able to cast that spell. If a Bard feature gives you additional spells that are always prepared, these do not count against the amount of spells that you can prepare. Your spellcasting ability for Bard spells is Charisma, and your spellcasting focus for Bard spells is a musical instrument. Bardic Inspiration. Gain a pool of d6s equal to your Charisma modifier. You regain expended dice from this pool when you finish a long rest. As a bonus action, you can expend a die from this pool to grant a creature within 60 feet of you, besides yourself, Bardic Inspiration. During the next 10 minutes, the creature can use their Inspiration die and add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, before it is determined if the roll succeeds or fails. In D&D 2024, now you choose to use your Bardic Inspiration die after it is determined if it was a fail, so you don't have to use it before finding the outcome of the roll. A creature may only have one Bardic Inspiration die at a time, and your Bardic Inspiration die increases in size as you level. It becomes a D8 at level 5, a D10 at level 10, and a D12 at level 15. Level 2. Jack of all trades, add half your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check that does not already add your proficiency bonus. This also affects your initiative rolls. Expertise. Choose 2 skills with which you are already proficient and double your proficiency bonus for those skills. The recommended skills are Performance and Persuasion. At level 9, you choose 2 more skills with which you are already proficient and instead gain double your proficiency bonus for those skills as well. Song of Rest in D&D 2024 has been removed. Level 3. At level 3, you gain your subclass, or your Bard College. The options for subclasses are College of Lore, College of Valor, College of Glamour, and College of Dance. College of Lore. Bonus proficiencies. Gain proficiency in 3 skills of your choice. Cutting Words. As a reaction, expend a Bardic Inspiration die when a creature within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, reducing their roll by a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die. Use this reaction before the outcome of the roll is determined. The creature is immune if it cannot see or hear you, or if it is immune to being charmed. College of Valor. Bonus proficiencies, now martial training, gain proficiency in medium armor, shields, and martial weapons. Also in D&D 2024, you can now use simple or martial weapons as a spellcasting focus for your Bard spells. Combat Inspiration. A creature that has a Bardic Inspiration from you can instead add the Bardic Inspiration die to a damage roll, or as a reaction, add it to their AC against a single attack, but before determining if the attack hits. College of Glamour. First introduced to D&D 5th edition and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Mantle of Inspiration. As a bonus action, expend a Bardic Inspiration die to empower a number of creatures within 60 feet of you equal to your Charisma modifier. These creatures gain 5 temporary hit points and can use their reactions to move up to their speed without provoking attacks of opportunity. These temporary hit points increase as you gain levels in this class. They become 8 at level 5, 11 at level 10, and 14 at level 15. In D&D 2024, the amount of temporary hit points that you grant is now changed to 2 times a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die. Beguiling Magic. You always have the spells Charm Person and Mirror Image prepared. Charm Person. Level 1 enchantment. Casting time, 1 action. Range, 30 feet. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, 1 hour. One humanoid you can see within range makes a wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if you or your allies are fighting it. On a failed save, the target has the charmed condition until the spell ends or until you or your allies damage it. The charmed creature is friendly to you. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. Using a higher level spell slot, you can target 1 additional creature for each spell slot above level 1. Mirror Image. Level 2 illusion. Casting time, 1 action. Range, self. Components, verbal and somatic. Duration, 1 minute. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. Each time a creature hits you with an attack roll during the spell's duration, roll a d6 for each of your remaining duplicates. If any of the d6s rolls a 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit instead of you, and the duplicate is destroyed. The duplicates otherwise ignore all damage and effects. The spell ends when all 3 duplicates are destroyed. A creature is unaffected by this spell if it has the blinded condition, blind sight, or true sight. Immediately after casting an enchantment or illusion spell, with a spell slot, you can force a creature within 60 feet of you to make a wisdom save against your spellcasting DC or become charmed or frightened, your choice, for up to 1 minute. On a failure, the creature may make a new save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. You regain use of this feature upon completing a long rest or by expending a bardic inspiration die. No action required. Enthralling performance in D&D 2024 has been removed. College of Dance. Dazzling footwork. Dance virtuoso. You have advantage on charisma performance checks that involve dancing. Unarmored defense. While you are not wearing armor, your AC is equal to 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your charisma modifier. Agile strikes. When you expend a bardic inspiration die as part of an action, bonus action, or reaction, you may also make an unarmed strike as part of that same action, bonus action, or reaction. Bardic damage. You can use your dexterity instead of strength for your unarmed strikes, and the damage of your unarmed strikes is bludgeoning damage equal to your bardic inspiration die plus your dexterity modifier, instead of the strike's normal damage. This concludes our introduction to the Bard class for Dungeons & Dragons D&D 2024. If you found this video helpful, or informative, or entertaining, please consider liking and subscribing, or possibly commenting on what you would like to see else from this channel. Thank you. Bye.